call it ECF filing, electronic filing through the court. So they have the ability to do it, but it just shows you that you have U.S. attorneys at 10 o'clock at night who are still filing motions. So they filed a motion opposing Diddy's motion. So Diddy's lawyer asks to hold the appeal in abeyance, and they file saying, no, we don't want to. They argue that that the court's already, let me put the picture back, that the court's already received the appeal brief, that the government already responded to the appeal brief, and that the court already set a hearing date for November 4th. And now all of a sudden you're asking to hold it so you can give it another shot. And so the government argues against it, and they cite case law. They cite cases that say that they're basically telling the appeals court, don't hold this in abeyance, decide it. Decide the bail appeal. Because once it's decided, you can't go back to the district court anymore because the higher court already made a ruling. So, one of two things, royalty, thank you. One of two things is going to happen. The appeals court is either going to completely tell Diddy's lawyer, we're going to have a hearing on November 4th and we're going to decide this bail, or you can ask for it to be dismissed. And if you ask for it to be dismissed, you can't come back and reopen it again. Hi, Regina. So, this is going to be a very interesting week when it comes to the legal case and what's going on. It's going to be very interesting. This whole bail issue is going to be at center stage. The government is saying Combs' motion to hold this appeal in abeyance, in other words, Diddy's motion to suspend this appeal, is a transparent attempt to forum shop based on the assignment of a new district judge. I don't blame his lawyers for trying it, because you're getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's going to go into the millions of dollars without question. So he has no chance at bail, no matter what his lawyers are going to try to argue. They said that some new circumstances have come to light since the last bail hearing. Somebody asked, why no bail? Do you think it's a flight risk? No, they're not worried. They're not concentrating on the flight risk. They're concentrating on the danger to the community, and that he may continue to interfere, tamper with witnesses, obstruct the investigation. He was saying before, I'll have 24-hour security with me. I'll hire this company called Sage Intelligence, who's comprised of former federal law enforcement and former state law enforcement, and I'll have them be my 24-hour security. I'll pay them for that. The judges still said no. But then I see a lawsuit that somebody filed against him, a former bodyguard, security guard, who was sent to one of his parties one night. First time he ever meets Diddy, he's accusing Diddy of lacing his drink. The guy feels disoriented. He walks him outside, throws him in a van, sodomizes him, and leaves the guy there and goes back to his party. These are the types of cases that are coming in against this guy. And that's a security guard, a bodyguard. So you're trying to convince the court now? I'll have security there, don't worry. Who's going to protect the security, I always say. I mean, you're a super predator if just 10% of these allegations are true. So the government concludes, for the foregoing reason, no, they say because the parties have already filed their opening and opposition briefs in this appeal, and oral arguments is only 16 days away, this court should not delay its consideration of the appeal so that Combs can present his twice failed arguments before a third judge. For the foregoing reasons, the court should deny Combs' motion to hold this appeal in abeyance. I thought, to be honest with you, I didn't even see that coming as a possibility. I knew the government was opposed to holding it in abeyance, but I thought they were going to try to force Diddy's lawyer to dismiss it. But the government is like doubling down, and they're so sure. Look how sure the government is that he's going to be denied at the appeals court. That they're begging the appeals court, just decide it. Don't suspend it. Make a decision. Because they know there's no way a three-judge panel, that two of them are going to decide to let him go. Not one of them will. He's just trying to get as many shots at it from as many different judges as possible. So forget about bail, even though it's going to be a huge issue. Next week. There's no way he's going to get it, but it's going to be talked about like he is going to get it. You're going to see 1,000 TikToks that he just made bail. I see the worst type of. I don't even respond to them anymore because some of them are just so out of there. One TikTok was of like thousands of people in front of some building and like rioting. It looked like something like January 6th or something, that kind of crowd. And they're saying Diddy just released. The headline was Diddy released from prison. And it's just, and it had like thousands and thousands of likes and comments. I knew he would get out. I told you guys he would get out. And I'm just looking at that like, are you guys serious? You'll just take one TikTok video and then other people will latch onto it and they'll start making more and more TikToks, and then the actual facts of the case just get so convoluted. And then people, I get like so many DMs of people asking me, is this true? Did this really happen? Is he really home now? And I have to I feel like compelled to answer them because they're asking me. So looking at Diddy's, let me see what else I wanted to tell you guys first before I go into that. I know I have a list of a couple of things I wanted to say. Busby confirms that he has over 200 clients now. Let me see if I can just show you that little thing real quick. I think I had it over here. No. Let me find it. I know I had it. No. Oh, here's something I want to show you, and then I'll get back into that. This is from Little Rod's lawsuit, where he dismisses, because I know we talked a lot about that lady, Ethiopia, Haptemariam. I don't know who she is. I mean, I know she was an executive, I guess, for Motown Records before or something like that. Jay was explaining that, and there were people that had a lot of questions about Ethiopia. Well, she was one of the people that was on Little Rod's lawsuit, and then he dismissed her. Those are all the names that were on it when he first filed. So you see Sean Combs, Justin Combs, Ethiopia, Lucian Grains is also a former executive or current executive at Motown Records, president or something. Christina Quorum, his assistant. Oh, you guys can't see that? You can't see the right. It's just on the left side I'm talking about where it just has all the names. Christina Quorum, his assistant, Chalice Recording Studios, and then different companies, Love Records, Motown Records, Universal Music, Combs Global Enterprises, John and Jane Doe's 1 through 10, and then like John Doe Corporations 1 through 10. So this is a document that Little Rod filed voluntarily dismissing with prejudice all the claims against defendant Ethiopia Haptemariam only. You can see this in one of my TikTok videos if you can't see the full thing that I'm showing you right now. But that was, so she's not being sued anymore. And he also filed the same paper for Lucian Grange, right under her name. And she dismissed him off of the case, and I think she dismissed Motown Records and Universal Music Group off the case as well. So she dropped all of them out of the indictment, Little Rod dropped all of them out of the complaint. This is one thing that came out of one of the articles, one of the lawsuits, I mean. So you got Diddy and Christina Coram on the left, and you got Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell on the right. Obviously, it's just two separate photographs. And this comes from Little Rod's lawsuit. According to Mr. Jones, that's Little Rod, during the 13 months he lived and traveled with Mr. Combs, he witnessed Mr. Combs display and distribute weapons from his bedroom closet in Miami, Florida, and Los Angeles, California, to questionable individuals dressed all in black. So forget about distributing those things to people dressed in black. The very fact, look at the date on the top of this where it says filed, March 4th of this year. March 4th of this year, he files this in federal court. Diddy's lawyers get a copy of it. Presumably Diddy had a copy of it. And right there, number 177, Mr. Jones, during his 13 months, lived and traveled with Mr. Combs. He witnessed Mr. Combs display and distribute weapons from his bedroom closet in Miami, Florida. When they executed the search warrants 3 weeks later, March 25th, 2024, 3 weeks after Diddy had this lawsuit, where this guy is saying that he has weapons in his bedroom closet in Miami, they execute a search warrant on March 25th and find weapons in his bedroom closet in Miami. So that just makes me think that they probably collected so much evidence, because if he didn't move something like that, it's a serious charge. If he didn't have all the other serious charges, they could turn that into a very serious charge when you have weapons with scratched off or defaced serial numbers. So they probably, if they say they have almost 100 terabytes of data right now, it's probably the majority of it is videos from his house. And here's something I think I talked about this a little bit yesterday, but what do you guys think about this? I want to talk about the Cassie tape and how it was leaked, because that's going to turn into a big thing over the next couple of weeks. There's going to be a lot of motions. The government has until October 30th to respond to that, and Diddy's lawyer has till November 8th to respond to that, to their reply. But let me just pose something to you guys. I talked about it last night, but for some that weren't here, let's say if we follow what Cassie's lawsuit says, that Diddy paid $50,000 to get the tape from the security. He seems to be the kind of guy who keeps those kind of tapes, keeps any kind of tapes. He has like an inventory of tapes, using it as blackmail against people. So he videos everything. So how about when they searched his house, they found the tape among all the other tapes, and let's say somebody from Homeland Security did leak it to CNN because they're investigating him. They wanted to turn public opinion against him before they indicted him or arrested him, maybe. This is just hypothetical. And let's say somebody from HSI gave it to CNN, and it kicked off the rest of the story. Diddy's lawyer is making an accusation to the court right now that he says, he said, I'm going to make it very clear, I'm not accusing the government prosecutors of leaking this tape. I'm accusing Department of Homeland Security, HSI agents, of leaking the tape. So to me, when he's making a specific allegation, if you don't know who did it, you'd say it's somebody from the government. I don't know if it's the prosecutors. I don't know if it's the agents. I believe it's one of you. But for him to say, I'm absolutely not saying that it's the prosecutors, I'm saying that it's Homeland Security, it's almost like Diddy told him that tape I had in my house in Miami, or I had in my house in LA. And since Homeland Security is the one that executed those search warrants, it would make sense that you would think Homeland Security is the one who recovered that tape and that they leaked it. So his lawyer is hammering down that it was Homeland Security. To me, that's just like an admission of guilt that you're so sure it was Homeland Security because they're the ones who searched your house. So the tape must have been at Diddy's house. And you're right also, Jay Wyatt. How do you buy a tape from somebody? I never understood all this. They're shopping this tape around. Ariel Mitchell Kidd was talking about all this on the news every day, brokering the sale of a tape. How do you buy a tape? They even said somebody bought a tape for $50 million. Somebody explain that to me. How do you buy a tape and you're confident that now you have the evidence? That now nobody else has it. You have the only copy of it. It makes no sense. All these tapes that are supposedly being shopped around, who would buy it? Let's say you're the person who really doesn't want that tape to come out. It'll destroy you. It might be criminal. Who knows? How can you buy it? Now you found the guy who has it. A lawyer contacts you. Ariel Mitchell Kidd, yes. I represent somebody who would like to sell you a tape, and I saw the tape. It shows you and so. So you're like, oh, shit, it's true. That incident did happen. I do not want that tape getting out. So now how do I buy it from you? All right, $1 million, $5 million. Okay, here you go. Give me the tape. Thanks. Whew, I got it. So that whole buying the tape stuff doesn't make any sense to me at all. It makes no sense to me. But I can believe that they found it at Diddy's house. I can believe that somebody from Homeland Security, some agent released it to CNN. I can believe that. That's not a far stretch. Look at number 178. According to Mr. Jones, during the 13 months he lived and traveled with Mr. Combs, he witnessed defendant Coram openly order her assistants to keep Mr. Combs high off gummies and pills. Defendant Coram required all employees from the butler, the chef, to the housekeepers to walk around with a pouch or fanny pack filled with, and you see all the names of the different narcotics, including Tucci, a pink substance that is a combination of X and you see. This thing here, this is from Don Richards' lawsuit against Diddy. I'm not going to keep it up too long because you can't see so good to chat. Let me see this. The same thing. This is Don Richards talking about when she saw Diddy assault Cassie. On the first several occasions that they observed Mr. Combs' assault, Ms. Ventura, Ms. Richards, Don Richards, and Kalina Harper, they spoke to her to try to tell her to get away from Diddy, that it's not good. Diddy found out that he's talked to her. And he says, yo, please don't get in my relationship. Don't tell my B, Cassie, what she needs to be doing. Just make some money and shut the F up. I end artists. I end careers. You could be missing. You bees want to be unalive today. This is the kind of environment that supposedly, allegedly, that they're working in when they were doing that Diddy dirty money. All right, let's see who wants to come up. Jay Black is in the house, everybody. What's up, man? What up, though? What up, though? Hold on, man. Let me step outside. Whitney. Hey, Whitney. I'll be right back. All right. No. Oh, don't? Damn. I muted you, but go ahead. Unmute yourself back. I think he said don't mute him, and I did. Let's see if he can unmute himself. Can you unmute yourself? If you can't unmute yourself, just drop back down and there you go.
Hey, can you hear me? Yeah, hey man, I've been trying to stay far away from this whole thing all weekend, man. It just won't let me go. Hey, so I just sent you the 3 cases that was filed today, man. One of them is 2 of them are men. One of them was a personal trainer, but one of them was a 13-year-old girl, man. It's crazy. Wow. Yeah, I sent all 3 of them to you to check your email. We'll cook on them tomorrow, man. But my phone was blowing up, man. I'm trying to stay out the way. I can't even stay away from this, bro. It's crazy.
Are they in New York? Were they filed in the Southern District?
So well, they all were filed in the Southern District. Two of the incidents occurred in California. One of them occurred in New York. The 13-year-old girl rape occurred in New York after the VMA Awards. Crazy work, man. I had to stop reading this shit, man. I'm like, all right, let me just. I posted them to my page for people to kind of look at them, but I sent them to you too, so you can read through them. So you got them there in your inbox, man. They're all
Busby?
All Busby. All of Busby. Yeah, all of Busby. Yeah. So
did you hear what the prosecutor filed yesterday, last night, 10 o'clock at night on Saturday night?
What was it that they want to not allow him to go in front of the judge and let the appeal court do the bill? Is that what you're talking about?
They're saying that motion he put in to suspend the appeal, that they're opposed to it, and they want the appeals court to just make a decision.
Crazy work. I wonder what they go. Well, that's interesting because this is who's going to make that ruling? The
appeals court. Appeals court. Yeah.
Oh, the appeals court has to make that ruling.
Yeah.
Interesting. So that tells me that they're concerned about this judge, man. That's what that tells me.
Yeah, they're not trying to give him so many chances. They're saying, look, he's trying to they called it forum shopping. He's trying to find whatever venue he can try to, plead his case at, whatever judge he can.
Right, man. And
but we'll have a lot tomorrow.
Man, listen, I got so much. Again, I've been trying to stay away. I tried to take the weekend off, but apparently the universe don't want that, bro. I got so much to drop tomorrow, man. It's insane. I wasn't even expecting this to be added onto, so this got to move to the top of the list of what we're gonna start cooking on tomorrow because, man, I got 8 to 10 different new things that have come out, bro. That's gonna blow everybody's mind. I promise you, this thing with Diddy, man, is so crazily connected on so many levels, and so it don't even. It's just what don't I told everyone, don't let anything surprise you. And the information that I got sent over this weekend while I was trying to stay out the way, man. Listen, this is gonna be crazy. And listen, our loyal listeners have been forwarding me some other people's lives, and they've been enjoying the fact that I've been out the way this week.
You can get away with anything.
Hey, listen, man, somebody sent me a screen recording of one of these person's lives. They are in there claiming that it is crazy, and that any other panel that are discussing any of these lawsuits that have been filed, they're untruthful, they're lies, and they don't know what they're talking about. I said, man, they tripping, bro.
I'll even call one out right now. There's this one that's got 1 million something followers just in the nick of crime or something like that. Some of the things he puts up there, man, are so inaccurate.
Man, and it be the massive followers, dude, and they're doing this for clout, for clicks. That's why now everything I post, I gotta put my name on there because I'm finding out they've been still trying to take stuff from my page and repurpose it. So it's man, so I just grabbed the first and a couple of the pages of each lawsuit and posted it, so y'all can go to my page and kind of read through them. It's disgusting. The one with all of them are disgusting, all of them. But the one with the 13-year-old girl is absolutely freaking disgusting, bro. This dude, man, I don't see any possible way. Unless, now I did get some other information today. I will drop a little this here. there are multiple people that are close to him that said he had a secret vault of tapes on the most powerful people in the world. And that may be his trump card to utilize for leverage. And I said, why? And it's like multiple people. So many people are coming out now saying things that have been really close to him over the years. And about 3 or 4, I think it's 4 people that were very close to him throughout all these years have all said, yeah, he kept a secret vault of tapes on people on purpose in the event anything ever happened and he needed to use it. So, man, listen, this thing,
it's getting out of control.
It's getting crazy, man. Like, and it's crazy, like, they filing lawsuits on Saturdays and filing motions on Saturdays, lawsuits on Sundays. Man, like Busby said, no, I'm gonna be the first thing everybody talk about Monday morning. That's why he did that, man. He didn't like that Ariel Mitchell dropped that lawsuit. He didn't like that, bro. He took the shine away from him. You know what I'm saying? So
that's true,
man. Listen, tomorrow ain't no Mike. Tomorrow will be our largest live, most impactful live yet. Now we gotta ask. So you gotta cook. Like I said, I sent them to you. I sent all 3 of the cases to your email, so you go ahead and dig through that, man. Like I had to stop, man. It's grotesque, man, and it's all commonalities, bro. And that whole syringe thing came up in all 3 of them, just FYI. And so that's a common thing for this dude, man. But that 13-year-old girl took me out, man.
Is Christina Corum in it?
I didn't even, I stopped reading them. All I looked at was who the plaintiff was. They're all Jane and John Doe's, the age. He did list that one of them was a personal trainer to the stars. So one of the men from California that's on these one of the 3 was a personal trainer to a lot of celebrities. And then there's another gentleman who I believe was an executive of some kind in Los Angeles. And then the 13-year-old girl was in New York. And that's so 120 from Busby, and I assume he's going to probably start unloading a lot of the minors more as we go forward. He said there were 25, so that now makes it 2 of the 25 because the 16-year-old boy was a minor, and then this 13-year-old girl is a minor. So, yeah, man, and I got go ahead, Mike.
I was going to say, and you remember that Busby said that he's got a lot of celebrities, A-list celebrities that are going to be named. So this is the fact that he's filed so many cases already and not named anybody. This is like a threat to some of them. You better settle because you're going to be, I'm running out of Diddy cases alone pretty soon.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely, man. And it's, like I said, man, I've gotten a lot of information over the weekend. And, man, let me tell you, it's tomorrow's going to be crazy. Y'all make sure y'all there, man, on time. 9 p.m. we're going to start cooking right out the gates. And I suspect we may crack 5,000 to 6,000 viewers. That's the goal, man, because, like, it's a lot. But, yeah, these other creators are very, very happy that I took the weekend off, man. So I'm glad you all here cooking a little bit for the people, man.
So you gotta make sure that we give the facts of what's really happening out there.
Yeah, absolutely, man. That's what we stand on, 100%. Hey, shout out to, I'm not looking at the comments, guys. I apologize. Shout out to everyone that's added me and said hello. I'm great. I just wanted to just unplug, take a couple of days off, and it really didn't happen. But I'm glad Mike got to cook, and I'll let the other creators who are not as factual and accurate and as responsible do their thing. And thank all of you who've been sending me this stuff, saying, hey, this is what they saying, and it's cool. Like, I don't allow any of that. It's entertainment to me for them to, continuously keep me in their mouth, pause, to kind of have something to say about it, because that means we're doing it the right way and we're doing something that they are unable to do, and that's perfectly okay. And then, like, one person, I'm not gonna say if it's him, he or she, one person was actually on their live complaining to people that they're not liking and they're not gifting, and he's not gonna invite anybody up to speak if they don't start gifting. And I'm like, what in the world is going on here, man? You're doing it for the wrong reason. That's why don't nobody mess with you for real, man. It's crazy.
I saw those too. I said I tried to go on live. I tried to go on the panel of one of them, and they said you have to send a gift first.
Yeah, that's crazy work, man. That tells me you're doing this for the absolute wrong reason, man. So, and we're doing it authentically. with integrity and respect always, all the time, man. And it's evident by the following that we've been able to amass and the people that continue to support and will continue to support and is going to continue to grow. Man, listen, and we are only in October. This trial don't start till May, man. I don't know. Man, and listen, nothing surprising me, but I didn't expect to get 3 on a Sunday from Busby, and one of them be a young girl, man. That is crazy work, man.
I didn't expect the prosecutors to be up Saturday night filing.
Right. Like, it's like, ooh, this is like what? So now, and I'm going to get off here in a minute, but so since they filed that, can his defense have any type of retort to that, or it don't even matter because they filed it do they have any leg to stand on to try to refute what the prosecution filed about the bill?
I imagine they will, because the government calls them out and says they didn't give any case law to support their argument. So I think they can file something. The appeals court can refuse it, but it still comes on the record, so we'll see it. So they might try.
Yeah.
Maybe tonight.
Especially, after them 3 cases just being filed, they better do something, man. They on the ropes right now, but.
Guess what I was telling the viewers? Diddy gets served with every lawsuit in the MDC.
Oh, really?
I saw the summons. Yeah, they issue a summons after they file it. They give it to him, his lawyer, and then all the documents after that go just to his lawyer. But he's getting served a copy of each complaint against him.
Wow, that's interesting. Man, I know if people want me to drop some more stuff, I gotta wait, man, because I got so much information that's sent to me from my people in the industry, man. It's like, hey, we gotta keep you, we see, man. I would tell you this, Mike, and there are a lot of people paying attention to us. Like, I found that out over this weekend, like, literally, man, and I'll tell you more offline, but it is, we got the spotlight on it, so we got to make sure we still, just keep doing it the way we're doing it, and everything's going to be all right, man. That's it. You know what I'm saying? We never going to waver. We're not wavering. We're not changing, man. Ain't no switching up, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to all my panel members and moderators that's in the chat. I see you down there. No, I was not kidnapped. Thank you. Almost, but I survived. Surviving Day Black in a good way. No Diddy, man. It's a lot going on, man. But yeah, I'm gonna go. I just wanted to come in and let you know that, man. So check your email, cook on that, and then I'll tap in with you sometime tomorrow.
Sounds good, man. Thank you so much for coming up.
Man, and no doubt, and everybody in the chat, man, much love and appreciation and respect to each and every one of you. And 9 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow, we're going to get on here and we're going to cook, man. Like I said, I got a lot of information, and now these 3 cases circumvent that. They'll go to the top of the list, and we'll cook on that first. And Mike can go through that in more specific detail as far as the legal perspective. But there's a lot of new information as it relates to people involved and other people involved and why some things happen potentially the way they did, etc. So I'll get ready, man. We're going to cook tomorrow. But until then, much love and respect to everybody, man. I'm out.
All right, Jay. That was Jay Black, y'all. Tomorrow we're going to see him. We're going to see all of us. Somebody said, Twin Mom, thank you. Sarah Maxwell, thank you. I saw a lot of them come through. Thank you guys so much. Let me see. Oh, wow. Twin Mom, thank you. How come I can't see the names on here? Okay. Mason, we love. Renee, I love Jen. Yvonne, Susie Q, Marie, Penny Plant, Monica Cunningham, Diane Padilla, Regina Dennis, My Royalty, H. Sweetie Pie. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. June's happy. June, thank you so much. You guys are awesome. So it's true, somebody came in the live and said that Busby filed 7 more cases. And there's probably more out there that we're going to find. Jay just talked about them, that they were royal. Thank you. C3,000, thank you. Those are, it's going to be some sickening details in tomorrow's live, trigger warnings all, for everyone. This is like a trigger for people who aren't even survivors or victims, when I read all this stuff, I have to read all of these things in detail, like these entire cases, and listening to these, reading like these allegations that these people are making. And now Jay Black said that there's 13-year-old or something like that. You know, So Stylish Boutique. Oh, she's gone. Momo 01. Let's see if she wants to come up. She wanted to come up. Twin Mom 08 and Kelly, I'm going to bring you both up. Oh, Kelly's gone. Twin Mom 08. Kelly? Hi, Kelly. No, I don't think she wanted to come up. Let's see. Coach. Does Coach want to come up? Royal, thank you. Coach Caroline, hi. No, she didn't want to come up. Maybe people are hitting it by accident. I don't know. Gigi, do you want to come up? You are welcome to come up if you want to, Gigi. Hi, Gigi. Gigi? No. All right. I guess not. Diana, I think Diana will talk. Diana comes up every night. Hi, Diana.
Good evening, Mike. Listen, I just want to make one mention about Cassie.
Yeah.
As a woman myself, I don't understand how she could possibly live through what she lived through with Diddy and then turn around. She got married in 2019. She has 2 daughters with her husband. He's a personal trainer. I don't even understand how he got to the point where he could accept everything she's been through. It's a lot for anybody to accept. But then you find someone that accepts you, and you get married, and you have children. And with all the abuse that she went through, I don't even know how she had children. As far as I know, her children are normal. You know, with everything, with all the drugs and everything that were.
Yeah, it's okay. Go ahead. Go ahead. F1 in the chat, guys. Yeah, Diana, keep going.
Oh, I was going to say, I just, with all, everything she went through, I just don't even understand how she could have a normal, somewhat normal life, let alone have children that somehow are somewhat normal too. I can't even fathom what she must have went through. Just can't do it.
And has to go through it all, has to relive it all again now, and have to confront him and all this. So yeah, it's terrible. I agree with you.
I don't even know about that. Another child involved. Anybody you don't even have to have children. I don't have children. You don't even have to have children just to feel empathy and wonder what the hell, I mean, just,
yeah.
Anyway.
All right. Thank you so much for coming up, Diana.
Thanks, Mike. Bye.
Bye-bye. Let me drop Diana. Beta first. Unmute yourself. Let me try to send you an unmute request. It says you already went offline. Okay. Let's see who I got down here. Pilates and lashes. Are you trying to come up, or is that just a mistake? I'm bringing up Chucky too. Pilates and lashes. Were you trying to come up or no? No. Yeah. Chucky.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Great. Craftsman. Thank you, bro.
I had a question.
Comment, Chucky?
Yeah, I had a question. Are there going to be other arrests, like for everybody that was involved?
I expect that if the government has proof, and I assume that they do, on other people involved, depending on what they've done, there will be other arrests, and those people may begin cooperating, depending on how deep they are into it. I would imagine that anybody who's actually participated in any of these essays, even if they do cooperate, they would still are going to be serving some type of prison sentence. But I do expect to see some more arrests related to this, yes.
Good. I hope they get them all.
I do too. Thanks for coming up, Chucky.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Let's see. Debbie, do you want to come up? Rita McDougall, I'm going to bring both of you up. Debbie, hi. Do you have a question or a comment? Rita McDougall. see. Rita's just spinning. Okay. If you want to request back up, you can. Steph and Tony, we got our Australian friends from down under. Hi, Steph.
Hey, how are you today? Happy Sunday over there, Monday here.
Yeah, happy Monday to you.
Yeah, I don't think it's so happy for that bloke that's in jail over there at the moment. I think he's going to be quaking in his work boots over there, I think.
I agree with you there.
What I wanted to sort of say is, like my daughter went through an horrific domestic violence situation over here in a relationship that she was in. And I know that because you guys were talking about Cassie before and how she's coping these days and how she's able to sort of get some sort of normal relationship going. My daughter struggled through a horrific, like it was just absolutely horrific. We went through court and he walked out he got off on a technicality, sadly, and she's now in kidney failure because of it and on dialysis. But I know the mental trauma that she goes through on the daily because of this, and I can't for the life of me imagine anybody that has been affected by this at all, how they are actually coping. And I know that they're going to be mentally affected by it also. Yeah, I just send prayers and love and hugs and all of that sort of stuff to anybody that's been affected by this. So, yeah.
Thank you so much for sharing that. I'm sorry that, for that whole experience. This guy is just, we're just seeing more and more and more, every day.
He's absolutely next level
today. Yeah.
And the other thing is that you've got to wonder what the entertainment industry is going to look like once this is all finished and done with. I think it's going to be a whole new beginning. But
I agree. We will see. Okay, Steph, thank you so much for coming up. You're welcome.
Have a great day, everybody.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Let me look at some of the questions down here. I haven't really been watching the chat so much. I just started doing lives last week. Children have definitely been affected. I agree. We must learn how they handle the law in the U.S. compared to the U.S. Maybe he meant UK compared to the U.S. All right, I don't see much on there. Any possible frivolous lawsuits? Absolutely, Tango Sierra. Absolutely. June, thank you so much. Yeah, there's absolutely going to be some frivolous lawsuits there. They'll weed them out little by little. June, happy sense, thank you so much. Susie Q, thank you. My royalty, thank you. User 827, CE03000, thank you. TT Shop Vibes, thank you guys so much. I appreciate it. Can I please recap? Yeah, let me do a quick recap then of the main news of today. Last night around 10 p.m., the prosecutor filed a motion opposing what Diddy's lawyers asked the appeals court for, which was to suspend his appeal so he can go back and ask the new judge for bail first before this appeal continues. The government is against it, and they're pushing the appeals court to decide the appeal. That's how sure they are that the appeals court is just going to deny it quickly. That they're saying, no, he has no, he can dismiss it if he wants, but then he can't come back. So that was a huge response from the prosecutor that was dropped yesterday evening at 10 p.m., right when we were on this live, actually. So to me, that just shows you that they're fighting hard against this. They're sure it's going to be denied. They don't want to spend so much time on this whole bail issue. But his lawyers are just keep pushing it. So we're going to hear a lot about bail coming up. starting tomorrow. But what we just learned is that from Jay Black was that more lawsuits have been filed. I guess while we've been on this live too, by Busby, at least 3 of them, possibly up to 7.